There was a weird period when I was growing up where all the models were like sickly thin.
Yeah.
Where they were like gaunt.
They wanted them to be like hangers. They didn't really want them to have bodies.
Well, it was like the Balenciaga thing, right? That came up with the kids where it was like, this is creepy and they're weird. And of course, you probably saw that, like that weird advertisement where it's like kids have these BDSM bears, these bears that are dressed up as like leather daddies, and kids have them. And people in fashion have always been creepy and weird because, like, when I was growing up, the 90s, it was heroin chic. And they made all these young girls look like they were strung out junkies. So it's like they've always been kind of off.
Well, don't they kind of promote amphetamines to a lot of those gals?
I hope so. No, yes. But you can't be against fat activism and against amphetamine. Like, somebody's, no, they do. Yeah. I'm sure they promote. Well, fashion is all about sexual currency. Like, everyone asks me about Hollywood. They talk about Hollywood. They go like, Hollywood's run on like sex appeal. I'm like, not the one I'm in. I'll tell you right now.
Are you in Hollywood though?
Yeah, I have no idea. I have a house there, but like this idea that like people talk about Hollywood like it's just one thing, and they're like, it's run on sexual currency. I'm like, yeah, not the lineup at the Improv, like not the lineup at the Comedy Store.
How about Roseanne?
Right. There's a lot of people where it wasn't, but like those because all of these human trafficking people, they all have their like hooks into fashion. Like,
really?
Oh yeah. So Jean-Luc Brunel, who was the guy that was like a big Epstein confidant and associate, was like a high-level fashion photographer. And it makes sense because like they're recruiting these girls when they're young and they're impressionable, and they're like, hey, here's this guy and Ghislaine Mack. Like, so if you want good-looking people, you're probably not going to go to a comedy club, right? You're going to go to a modeling shoot.
Yeah.
Not that there are good-looking comics, but I mean, like, young, impressionable, good-looking people are found in modeling. So I think that's why a lot of them.
It is a bizarre job.
It's a really
stand
strange
there and
job.
Pose and like, what's the woman's name that was married to Tom Brady?
Gisele Bündchen.
She's worth more than him.
Well, yeah.
How? Just by being hot.
Just by being hot.
Isn't that amazing?
It's huge.
Greatest quarterback of all time in the biggest game in all of North America.
Right.
And a woman, just by virtue of being pretty.
Right. Wins.
She wins.
She wins. Well,
and she's like, I'm done with this guy. He keeps wanting to play football.
Yeah. But now you're looking at, it's changing. It's changing. We're pretty now. Like, if you're a model now, I mean, the look is changing, right? I mean, it's a lot of bigger people, and it's a lot of not as pretty people, or not traditionally pretty. So
yeah,
it's not all changing, but there's some.
You can't deny nature.
You can't. 100%.
Nature is it's all about.
Well, there was no fat activism on Epstein's Island. You know what I mean?